In this video, I'm going to walk through a site that I created called Glashaus Racing. Let's go! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Derek Su. I'm a Sydney-based web designer and Webflow developer. In this video, we're going to take a look at a website that I completed back in 2023 for a client called Glashaus Racing. Essentially, it is a physical location where they offer racing simulation. So think about driving in a Formula One car, except obviously you're not driving a Formula One car, you're just driving it in, I guess, VR. You're actually sitting in a seat similar to this image right here, and it's meant to be realistic, etc. Obviously, I have not done this specific one in this specific facility, but I have used this before, and it is pretty cool. So before we take a look at this website, the finished product, let's take a look at their old website and address some of the pain points. So in this previous site right here, you can see that the client actually made their own Webflow site, which is always commendable, to be very honest. Usually clients aren't really in web design or web development, but they use stuff like Squarespace, Wix, maybe sometimes even Webflow, although Webflow has a really high learning curve. But yeah, they gave it a shot. I believe they used a template as well, but this is what it looks like. So essentially we have the logo on the top left, just two pages. One is FAQ and one is driver data. And you can tell they struggled a lot with like hover animations because it just does. This looks very off. I'm very sure they didn't intend it. You'll notice the buttons in the new website has these rounded corners like so, and they just didn't change the background color. That's all. So this white corner should have been black, and obviously in a hover effect, it doesn't really make sense. This should have been a different color. Obviously, they don't know how to fix that because it's pretty complicated to do in Webflow if they're not a developer. So here we just have fun local competitive sim racing. But before we even read the content, let's just look at the design and layout. It's very basic. The right-hand side, you can see it doesn't actually convey the message very well. Like I said earlier, this is the simulation racing for cars. So yes, there is a car. It is kind of applicable, but it's far better to put an image such as this. This will convey more than just having an image like this. So small things like this had to be taken into consideration. Right here, I like how they use like a bolded font saying it's a 3,500 square foot of space. So it's really big. And I do like how they put the stats there, like 40 tracks available, 70 vehicles to use for, and 8 of those specific simulations that can be used at one time. So that's that. It also displays the price. I really do like that. And it also displays the map and some hours, as well as, a Facebook link. So this website, could have been improved a lot. Let's quickly take a look at FAQs. What I do like about this FAQ is it answers customers' pain point. And not only does it do that, but it didn't really use an accordion, which I thought was very interesting. It just said, what is sim racing? And then all the information right there. Usually you have some sort of like drop down, but it's all here. And I do like how they put a supporting image on the left-hand side. And that is that. So that's the FAQ page. Then we have driver data, which takes you to a new tab, which runs their platform that they use, where you can actually search your racing stats essentially. So it's actually nothing to do with the website, third-party app. So that's the website. And you can already tell that, it's better than having no website, but at the same time, we're going to improve it so much more. And I'm going to break it down step by step. Hope you guys like these videos. So let's go ahead and do that. So right now, in the homepage, I've made this website using a template. I'm not even going to lie. But like I said in my videos, I don't just use a template and then I just swap out the content and it's done. You know what I mean? Like I had to put some thought into it, some user experience, which I'll go into detail. And sometimes in templates, they don't have the layout that I want. So that's when I'll custom build it. But you can see already between this specific splash page or landing page or hero section compared to this is properly done. And I'll explain why. So right now, at the very top, I put a bar that shows the address location. So if you actually click on it, it opens up a Google map with that specific location. Not only that, but it's actually linked to their Google business profile. So users can see that they have 30 5-star reviews. And keep in mind, I did this website like back in 2013. So I'm not quite sure if they had that many 5-star reviews. That's why I didn't mention it anywhere, to be very honest. Then the next thing is there's an email. So you can contact them via email. Or if you want to call them, you can see the phone number is clearly right there. Call us on this number right here. Whereas the previous site, it's very hard to find this information. You know what I mean? So I recommend, not always, but whenever you have a physical location business, where applicable, add the location, add the phone number, always. So as you notice, if I scroll down, the nav bar is sticky and it's always saying, here is our address, here is our email, here is our phone number right here, just above the make a booking, which is the main CTA, but it's always there, it's always visible. Next thing, we have the logo. Then I've added a couple more pages. So I broke it down to pricing, a subscription, and events with a drop down. So they actually wanted to build a CMS to easily update new events, new campaigns, you may say. Then about, where we have cars, tracks, live stream, and FAQs. Driver data, which takes you to that separate website with the database. Contact us and make a booking in a CTA. And you'll notice I've kind of kept that specific design right here where we have that like that button, but I made it properly now, you know? So you can see this actually, it cuts the corners off in the button, which is really sleek. And you'll notice right here, it says, what is this? You know, this is a simulated race course in Wichita, Kansas, USA. So obviously, if I'm from Australia and I look at this is a cool website, but like obviously, I'm most likely not going to go here because I'm from Australia. You know what I mean? So it gets straight to the point. The next thing is say, join the ultimate simulation racing experience. And I remember this is back before ChatGPT was a thing. So I actually had to come up with some ideas. Then it just shows you a supporting paragraph. And you'll notice the paragraph text isn't actually in white. It's actually in what I like to call off-white or gray. And this creates a lot of contrast between the elements. So if this text was actually white, it would just be overwhelming. So even this small detail makes a difference. So it's almost saying, look at this image, and this is not even an image now, it's a video, which conveys more than an image. Then it's saying, read this header 1 text, read this text above it, and then these 2 buttons. And then you can read this paragraph text. So that's something called hierarchy. The next thing is, I have a button here that says feel the rush. And I noticed straight away, sometimes in businesses, you look at their Facebook, you look at their Instagram, and they made like really, really cool videos, you know? Like this is a really cool video, the one that you're seeing right here. It's professionally made. I'm sure they hired some professional to do it, but sometimes they just post it on social media when they first open the shop, and then it just dies out. You never use the video again. So in this case, I used it for the hero video right here, and if you hit feel the rush, it opens up a really cool video that explains everything about the business in great detail, in a very high production. So I'm not going to play the video, but you can just tell, once you hit this button right here, you don't even need to scroll anymore. You know exactly what the website's about. But if you just don't want to do that, that's when we, convince them a bit more. So let's click on Discover More, which goes you to the next section. Again, this is a separate video right here, and this shows you the inside of the store. And you'll notice we mentioned 3,500 square feet of space, whereas the previous site, it mentioned that, but there was no supporting images. So in this case, it's not just an image, it's a video showing, hey, this is what it looks like. This is a 3,500 square foot space. And it's saying they welcome all races from beginner to expert. And again, I made that button Feel the Rush, which plays the video again, or you can view our FAQs. But the main thing for this whole website is to get people in the door, or to get people to make a booking, or to make people, call them or email them. That's the main premise of the website, which is already doing it, but we're kind of like buttering them down. Like we're addressing pain points. We're just slowly feeding information now. So the next thing is these specific numbers. So 180 tracks available. If you hit onto this, it takes you to the tracks. Right here, this takes you to the vehicles. And right here is saying make a booking. Then if you scroll down, it goes straight into pricing. So right now it's saying beginners recommended. So if you're someone new to this specific business, and that's usually how websites work. If you're a recurring customer, you don't really care about the website. You just talk to the owner directly in the store. So most likely people are finding this business for the first time. So that's why it's saying this is beginners friendly. This has a highlighted pricing structure. It's saying, hey, this is the one that we recommend. You can click to learn more. Then below here is you can actually purchase a subscription. Instead of buying like $60 every session, you may get like a short discount. Then below this is just a gallery section right here, followed by pulling Google reviews right here. What I would have done now is, because I noticed they have much more Google reviews, I would have installed an elf site widget where you can actually have a live Google feed. But back then, I'm pretty sure they didn't have much Google reviews. That's why I kind of did it like this. Then below this, we have upcoming events. So this is the CMS, followed by live streams, which is their YouTube channel. And this is also built through the CMS. Then below that, we have a CTA just below the footer, really just to be like, hey, we drip fed you all this content. You know what we're about now. You watch the videos. You know our pricing. Are you ready to take action? You know, and it's not just like, are you ready to take action? It says ready to take the driver's seat. And it's not just saying ready to take the driver's seat. It's showing a picture of you. You could be in here, you know, driving this specific racing simulation. You are this guy right here. So you can click this button to make a booking, and this actually currently opens a new tab. And this is how they do it, the business, where you can currently book it through a calendar. So that's how it's done. And you can even contact us, and you can even call us. And below here, we just have some more social proof. They were actually featured in an article in a radio station, and they're rated 5 out of 5 for Google review, just to boost it even more. Then below this, we have a simple footer, and we have last updated 2023. Let's quickly fly through the other pages. So pricing right here just shows that this is the intro. You'll notice this is the same as the homepage, but just more information supported by an image, followed by hot laps, followed by a drop-in race and subscription, followed by CTA and footer. Then we have the subscription page right here, which just looks like this. Then we have events, where we have upcoming events right here. And you can see that if you click into this, this takes you to an in-depth page, a CMS in-depth page. And this just shows that you can register for specific events and win prizes. And again, this is built through the CMS. The next thing is group events. So you can actually have a party in this specific place and maybe book out every single racing simulation. All you need to do is just fill in a form right here. And I remember in the booking date right here, I've implemented a custom plugin or custom code where you can actually pick out the date using a date picker functionality like so. And that's that. The next one is about, which we have cars. So this is all built in the CMS, meaning whenever they update a new car, they can do it in the back end. It doesn't really go into more detail. So I could have made it so when you click onto this car, it pops it up and has like all the stats, or it takes you to a separate page, but that was beyond the scope. This has pagination, as you can see. And the next thing is tracks. So same thing, you can race in different tracks. And again, this just shows the thumbnail image, but of course we could have went greater into detail. We could have made a pop-up explaining the racetrack a bit more, how many kilometers, maybe a video or a separate page, but that wasn't in the scope. The next one is live streams right here. So this all is just built through the CMS, and this just shows videos of past events. The next one is FAQs. So you'll notice I kept that same layout because I really like that layout, where it actually has an image followed by the question answer in that specific style. Except you'll notice right here, the image on the left is now sticky. So as you scroll down, it just has this really cool effect where you can always see the image. And that's what I've done. Typically, like I said earlier, FAQs are done in an accordion, which I just scrapped that idea. So that's that. Driver's data takes you to a separate page. Contact us right here. Just shows all the information: email, phone number, address, opening hours, FAQ, followed by a form and a map. And that is it. So I hope you guys found this video super helpful. You can really tell the difference between the old site to the new one, and you can tell it added a lot of value. I mean, at the end of the day, let's just say, for example, if this website got 100 more customers in the door, it's already worth whatever they paid for the website. So that's one way to look at it, you know. This is a huge improvement in terms of design, in terms of functionality, in terms of conversion, in terms of user experience, in terms of everything. And I just really hope you guys get some good ideas of what is a good website and what is a bad website. In fact, we're not even talking about what is a good website or what's a bad website. It's just what is needed in a website to increase conversions, essentially. Because at the end of the day, that's all businesses care about in this under the sun world. to make magic paper. So thanks again for watching. Check out my other videos right here, and I'll see you in the next one. May peace be with you.